Guys, I'm Janani from Ananas. Today's video is about how to plant a fruit tree sapling. So we're here at D Mandla Farms today, and we have about 5,000 square feet of land where we're planning to plant 20 odd fruit saplings. I have my colleague Shamla with me, and we'll take you through how we've planted these saplings.
So when we're talking about planting fruit trees, we usually go buy it in a nursery. We go pick up a particular fruit sapling. We come back, we kind of dig a hole as big as the nursery bag itself and just put the sapling in. After that, we are watering them, maybe mulching them around a bit, adding some Jivamrit or adding some kind of nutrients to the sapling. But are we trying to create the right environment to support the growth of the sapling? If you see many of these fruit saplings, they might exhibit a stunted growth. They might not give fruits every year or even once in 2 years. And many of them even die off in that particular sapling stage itself. So it's all about creating that right environment to spearhead their growth, especially when they are very small. So keeping all this in mind and even also the local environmental factors, our method we have tried to create a self-sustaining environment for that particular sapling, and we have taken inspiration from a lot of permaculture teachers, including Clea Chandmal's Forest Flow Way, and keeping in mind the permaculture principles, we have tried to come up with this method. What is needed exactly is a lot of biomass. So this biomass is something that is locally available to you. So if you look at this particular farm, we have a lot of bamboo clumps, we have honge trees, we have neem trees. So we try to collect biomass from all of these trees. Another important aspect is the manure itself. Again, based on where you are and what is locally available. Here we have a lot of cows in the farm, so we have collected the cow dung. You could go for goat dung, etc. for manure. And one more important component is soil that is rich in microbial life. This is used as an inoculant because one fistful of good soil contains so many microbes that once you add it to the mixture of the tree that you're planting or even in your field, it is going to give a good boost to the soil life in that particular area. So here we are at a banyan tree to collect this forest soil. Me and Janani are collecting it. You can collect it at the roots, near the roots of any other old tree, any shaded nice tree growing well, an old tree. So that's why you will get good forest soil.
So right now under this banyan tree, we can see that it's really shaded, which means the soil is really moist and it's full of life. And you want this kind of microbial activity and this kind of life to inoculate and build soil wherever you need to.
And we have a couple of leguminous crops that we are going to be putting around the sapling itself once it is planted to give a live mulch.
So what we've done is first design where the trees have to go. So we've studied the light, the shadow, where the wind is coming from, slope of the land, how the water is flowing for us to design which tree goes where depending on its size. So after having done that, we have our pits dug ready and we're ready to now build the soil and plant the sapling. We picked up some fruit saplings from Teja Nursery, which is an organic nursery in Devanhalli. We're experimenting right now, so we picked up 4 types of mangoes. There's a few, there's Barbados cherry and Singapore cherry. There's some citrus, some Nati Balaji lemons and some oranges. Here's a small, it's a jackfruit, which is a small round variety. We have a couple of wild fruits like fig, jamun, rose apple, water apple, mulberry. So the idea is just to experiment, plant all of these trees and see what suits the soil better and what's doing well, and then carry on with planting more of that type of fruit.
So here we are at the tree pit that we have dug for our saplings. As you can see, it's an approximately 1 meter cube where we have dug out the mud, and we have all our biomass right here. So this is going to be any type of brown, and we are also having a bit of forest soil, a bit of vermicompost that we are going to add, the cow dung, and 1/3 of the soil is also going to go back. The general thumb rule is that we take about 30% of soil and mix it with the available biomass and the manure, and then put it into the pit, then plant our sapling.
So we've mixed up all the biomass manure with the soil, and now we're filling up the pit. So we filled in all of that mix, and we're just gonna mulch it off in the end. So I have some legumes with me, which are nitrogen fixers. Here's peanut, cowpea, green peas, some chana, some methi. We're just gonna sow these around the sapling so that as the sapling is growing, the soil is getting fixed with nitrogen.
So once we are done with planting and everything is kind of settled, the main thing for the sapling is the immediate watering. You can give plain water to it, like completely soak the ground to that 1 meter, like give nice water to it, because the soil will soak it up. If you have access to Jivamrit, or if you have even plain cow urine, do dilute it, and you can even water it with that. That will give the sapling a good start. You can do it for the next 2-3 days after you're done with the planting. So here is our sapling. It's a chiku tree. It's going to be a beautiful one. So we will wait for it to grow up in a nice manner. So I hope you guys found this video useful. So do reach out to us on Instagram, or even directly on our email ID in case you have any more questions. We would be happy to help.